Steve Leisman down in D.C. So we turn to our panel. Steve Weiss, now what? Okay, they're going to cut. Maybe they do something on the balance sheet. What does the market do as a result in the weeks ahead, you think?
Well, whether they do something on the balance sheet or not, I do think they'll maintain the dovish tone. So the market is going to react positively to it. It's reacted positive in advance. That's going to continue. I think the most interesting thing today was, in terms of the underlying strength of the market, is that the news that was coming out of China in terms of any progress on the trade talks was negative. Yet the market just shrugged it off. So again, that news has reached diminishing returns in terms of its negativity in the market. So I think it's up and away. We're still the best market in the world, and I believe you want to be invested here. The only other place to be is if you want to be in longer duration alternative assets that aren't correlated to the market. But if you're going to be in any type of public investment, it's U.S. equities.
All right, Mona, up and away,
yeah.
says Steve Weiss for stocks. You agree?
I think generally speaking, Steve summarized it nicely. Jerome Powell is going to point to the weakness abroad. Global growth slowing, China trade issues still uncertain. He hasn't yet pointed to what's happened domestically, which is strength in the consumer, GDP that was pretty good. You see historically when the Fed does undertake what we call insurance cuts, the market does do quite well. So there is a positive market reaction. I do think at some point, though, we're up 20%. I don't think we annualize 20%. I don't think we get to 40%. So you do probably have some volatility along this path. But generally, the backdrop for risk assets, positive.
Pete, an insurance cut's better than the sky's falling cut.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Well,
things are pretty good. We just want to, take out an insurance policy that things don't turn
Were
bad.
they backed in a corner? The answer is absolutely yes.
Perfect scenario for
right. But I think
stocks,
I will tell you this, though, looking forward, yes. But looking forward to the 70% and 50s, I think those will be tamped down, I think, by Powell. I think he's going to probably want to attack that a little bit to say, hey, look, we still look at the rest of the world, and it's been absolutely under pressure. Will that continue? And they're going to monitor that. If there's any improvements whatsoever on that or the trade front, we talk about this all the time, but they're extended out now. That was something we talked about as well many, many times. They're extending out, Scott, this conversation, and I'm saying a conversation because I don't know how much negotiation's going on right now with China, but this conversation keeps getting pushed out. Now it's pushed out to September, and President Trump was talking about that today as well. After yesterday saying how negative things were, we start off and we actually recover 130 points off of those lows. It's interesting to see, but the volatility index is saying a lot today. Back up and over 14 from the 12s. It's not significantly high, but it is telling you a little bit of something of the nervousness right now in the market and what Powell might say.